and we have just passed the 2/3 mark. We'll have 98 laps to go this time by. Pace car pulls off. Leffler, our 9th different leader, with Brad Keselowski right underneath him, and we're back to green flag racing here at Bristol.
Well, Keselowski did a great job on that restart. Now he's got the lead from the inside.
Well, remember, Keselowski's got fresher tires than Leffler by almost 45 laps. And it's showing right there as Keselowski really opens it up. That's our 16th different lead change.
Yeah, but just like Carl Edwards said, these two cars running side by side, you can see how they come off the corner about the same speed. Even though the 10-car Leffler has more laps on his tires, he's able to still hold that position off of Greg Biffle.
Paul Menard in the 98. John West Townley gets a little high, but the 60 of Carl Edwards cannot get under him. He still runs side by side with Kyle Busch. Right behind that group is the 20 of Joey Logano and the 33 of Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, Carl's in a situation there. He's not sure which one of these lanes. The outside has been the preferred lane on these restarts, but it really wasn't moving, so he moved down. Now he's back to the top.
Well, what he's looking at, he sees some cars in the outside lane that don't have fresh tires. He's thinking that's oh, here we go.
Got a
Joe
spin
Nemechek
going around as Joe Nemechek has made contact with the wall, and that will bring out the caution once again. He was 21st at the time of the spin, and that should be our 8th caution of the day.
See, everybody's taking just a little bit more of that room for themselves in this last 100 laps. Don't know what happened with this, but
and we're going to get a look right here. There's Derek Cope in the 73. Oh, he got loose.
Yeah, he just got loose and got into Joe. Not much. No, it didn't happen intentionally. It was just not enough room.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. Don't expect too many cars, at least none of the front runners, to pull into pit road. So we'll step aside here at Bristol as we still got about 93 laps to go.
ESPN's coverage of the NASCAR Nationwide Series on ABC. Brought to you by the makers of Zantac, heartburn relief that lasts up to 12 hours. And Sears, life well spent.
Back here at Bristol, we are under caution once again as for the 7th time, Brad Keselowski is our race leader. Tell you, Jason Keller in the 35 will get the lucky dog. That'll bring 26 cars back on to the lead lap. It's not the first time Brad Keselowski's been out in front here at Bristol. Remember, way back in August of 2008, started all the way back in the 37th spot, courtesy of Clint Boyer getting a little loose there. He scooted on past and came around to take the checkered flag in the night race and drive on up to victory lane here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And you want to talk about comebacks. Remember we said he started 37th? It's not the only one, but it is one of the best as far as coming all the way back. Take a look at this. 38th for Kevin Harvick back in April of 2005 was the deepest anybody has come, but you can see Bobby Labonte, Steve Grissom, and Casey Kane's win in 2007 as well. Let's get more on Brad. Doc, what you have?
Marty, you mentioned he came all the way from 37th to win that race, and what he is most proud of when he goes back and watches that tape is the fact that when he got to victory lane, there was not a single scratch on that race car. That's hard to believe coming from the back of the field at Bristol, and that's what he did this week. He said, I went back when I got here on Thursday and watched the tape of that race to remind me I've got to be very, very patient here at Bristol.
Well, and his day started, if you missed a countdown, with a meeting mandatory by NASCAR with his car owner and along with Carl Edwards and his car owner, and they hashed out all the differences. And from that point on, it's been a little bit eventful out on the racetrack as well, but it's always that way here at Bristol, as he's going to choose the outside lane with Leffler inside of him, then Biffle, Menard, Allgaier, Townley. That's your top 6. Boy, and he has been good on these last 2 restarts.
Yeah, it looks like they've got the tire pressures where he wants them, and certainly got him out in front of the rest of the guys that pitted that last time, and that's been a big advantage for him.
Yeah, we heard Doc say when they made their last pit stop, they actually went up on the right side tire pressures, and I think that's one thing that's helping him get going right on these starts. He really struggled at the beginning of the race getting going on cold tires.
Yeah, we showed you that on the recap. I mean, he had the car even bottoming out, he was reporting on the radio. On board with Justin Allgaier. That's Paul Menard. That is for position on the racetrack. Menard's fourth. Allgaier wants it. They're still going to be side by side heading down into 3. Here comes Kyle Busch. Look out. He backs off a little bit, gives him some space, and Menard on the high side still going around. John West Townley, this is another good run for him, Jamie.
Well, it certainly is, Marty. What a weekend it's been for this team. First practice out, he had a spin, hit the wall, went to a backup car. Second practice, the backup car caught on fire. They had a lot of electrical damage. They brought a third car, but they were able to fix this car up. He's out here. He started 14th, guys. He's been running top 10 now for quite a few laps. Way to go, John West Townley, the rookie this year.
And right behind him is the 33 of Kevin Harvick, and 2 cars away is Carl Edwards. And again, they had a few words for each other throughout the course of the weekend. But so far, everybody has been giving everybody the needed space, so to speak.
So far.
It's 84 laps to go.
Yeah. We haven't gotten down to crunch time yet, literally. I can tell you that Derek Cope has come in. Oh, and on pit road, there was a crash between the 34 of Tony Raines coming out, Derek Cope going in. No serious damage to either car, though, folks. So we'll keep the action right out on the racetrack for you, because there is now the gap. Brad Keselowski by 0.7 of a second over Greg Biffle, and he's back to 3rd. Then 4th is Justin Allgaier, almost another second back. And I want to ask you guys, all of a sudden now we're seeing a couple of cars trying to pull away, and we're seeing the biggest gaps of the day. Why?
Well, you got some cars on different strategies. You got the 22 car now. He's made some adjustments to his car. No, he's got a fast car. He sat on the pole, and now he's out front. But running second, you see Jason Leffler, and he's got older tires, but he's holding in there pretty well running second.
Yeah, and I think it's a product that Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards, who I think have the 2 next best cars here, got caught back in traffic on those restarts, and so that's giving Brad Keselowski a chance to get out front and get gone.
Kyle Busch, Justin Allgaier, that is, for the 4th position on the racetrack. You know, you mentioned as we continue to watch that battle, Jason Leffler, as he has got the older tires of everybody in the top 6 positions. Well, Leffler has top 10 finishes in 4 of his last 5 Bristol races. As this battle continues, we're going to step aside with 78 laps to go. Brad Keselowski still out in front. That gives you an idea just how far he is in front of this field. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Our aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. Learn how to win $1 million. Just go to directtv.com/NASCAR. We're here at Bristol Motor Speedway under our 8th caution of the day. Well, with 72 laps to go, the race lead's held by Brad Keselowski. Let's go back and show you exactly why we are under this caution. Keep an eye on the 23.
You can see Coleman Presley there trying to make a pass on Mike Bliss, but car pushed up into him. Yeah.
I just wonder if that wall being, just a little bit, taking some of that racing room away from those guys didn't have even contribute to this just a little bit.
He had a great run going, guys. He was running 15th at the time.
That was for position.
You can see the net result of the damage as he nursed it back to pit road.